Have you ever heard of a fruit so powerful that some people call it nature's chemotherapy? A fruit that grows in tropical paradise but remains completely unknown to most of the world? Today, I'm going to introduce you to Soursop, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why this green, spiky fruit might just change everything you think you know about natural healing. Picture this. You're walking through a lush tropical garden, and hanging from the trees are these massive, heart-shaped fruits covered in soft spikes. They look almost alien, like something from another planet. But inside that intimidating exterior lies one of nature's most extraordinary creations. The soursop, also known as Graviola, has been quietly hiding in plain sight while researchers around the world have been frantically studying its incredible properties. Let me start with something that will blow your mind. In laboratory studies, compounds found in soursop have shown the ability to target and destroy certain types of cancer cells while leaving healthy cells completely untouched. We're talking about a selectivity that's almost too good to be true. But here's the kicker. This isn't some new pharmaceutical breakthrough. Indigenous communities in the Amazon, Caribbean, and Southeast Asia have been using soursop medicinally for centuries. Now, before we dive deeper, I need to be crystal clear about something. I'm not a doctor, and nothing in this video should replace professional medical advice. What I'm sharing with you today is based on scientific research and traditional knowledge, but always consult with healthcare professionals for any medical concerns. So what exactly makes soursop so special? The secret lies in a group of compounds called acetogenins. These natural chemicals are like tiny molecular warriors that seem to have an uncanny ability to distinguish between healthy cells and problematic ones. It's almost as if nature designed the perfect targeted therapy, wrapped it in a delicious package, and hung it from a tree. But the cancer-fighting potential is just the beginning of soursop's impressive resume. This remarkable fruit is also packed with vitamin C. We're talking about more vitamin C per serving than most citrus fruits. It's loaded with fiber, potassium, magnesium, and a whole arsenal of antioxidants that work together like a symphony of health benefits. Traditional healers have used different parts of the soursop tree for treating everything from infections and inflammation to digestive issues and even as a natural sedative. The leaves are often brewed into teas. The bark is used in traditional remedies, and of course the fruit itself is consumed fresh or processed into juices and supplements. Here's where things get really interesting. While the mainstream medical world is just starting to catch up, there are already over 200 published studies examining soursop's potential therapeutic properties. Researchers have found evidence suggesting it might help with high blood pressure, diabetes management, and even possess antimicrobial properties that could fight off various infections. But let's talk about what soursop actually tastes like. Because despite all these incredible health benefits, you're probably wondering if it's even edible. Imagine if a strawberry and a pineapple had a baby, then added a hint of coconut and a touch of citrus. The texture is creamy and custard-like, which is why it's sometimes called custard apple. It's sweet, tropical, and absolutely delicious, nothing like the intimidating exterior would suggest. Now here's the frustrating part of this story. Despite all the promising research and centuries of traditional use, soursop remains largely unknown in developed countries. You won't find it in your local grocery store, and most people have never even heard of it. This is partly because soursop is extremely perishable and doesn't travel well, making it difficult to commercialize on a global scale. But there's another reason soursop hasn't become mainstream, and this might surprise you. Since soursop is a natural fruit, pharmaceutical companies can't patent it. Without the ability to patent and profit exclusively from soursop, there's little financial incentive for the massive clinical trials typically required to get official medical recognition. This creates a fascinating paradox. We have a fruit with tremendous potential benefits, backed by growing scientific evidence and centuries of traditional use, but it remains in the shadows because it can't be turned into a profitable pharmaceutical product. So how can you actually get your hands on soursop? Your best bet is to look for frozen soursop pulp in Latin American or Asian grocery stores. You can also find soursop supplements, teas made from the leaves, and sometimes even fresh fruit if you live in a tropical area or near specialty markets. If you do decide to try soursop, start slowly. Like any potent natural remedy, it's possible to have too much of a good thing. Some people report that consuming large amounts can cause digestive upset, and there are some concerns about long-term excessive consumption affecting nerve function, though this is primarily based on theoretical concerns rather than documented cases. The most exciting part about Soursop's story is that we're still in the early chapters. Research is ongoing, and new studies are constantly revealing additional potential benefits. From immune system support to anti-inflammatory effects, this miracle fruit continues to surprise scientists with its complexity and potential. As we wrap up today's exploration of this incredible fruit, I want you to remember that nature often provides solutions we haven't fully discovered yet. Soursop represents the perfect example of ancient wisdom meeting modern science, and the results are nothing short of extraordinary. The next time you hear someone dismiss natural remedies as ineffective, remember the story of Soursop. Sometimes the most powerful medicine doesn't come from a laboratory. It grows on trees, waiting patiently for us to rediscover what indigenous cultures have known all along. What do you think about Soursop? Have you ever tried this miracle fruit? Let me know in the comments below, and if this video opened your eyes to something new, make sure to subscribe for more fascinating discoveries about nature's hidden treasures.